Hey everybody, it's Jenny Wright here with the Marketing Mixtapes, and I'm really glad to welcome back Sherri Woycik, the Chief Fun Officer and an amazing Facebook ads woman. Thanks for being with us today.
My pleasure. Absolutely love chatting with you. We always have so much fun, and talking about Facebook ads is my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We just had a great time off camera talking about marketing and Facebook ads. So we're gonna give a sneak peek today about your session with the Marketing Mixtapes. Without giving away anything, we're just gonna share a little bit of a sneak peek. And you've got a couple extra things that you wanted to share today, which is awesome. And I just want to reference your session, which you did call Rock the Facebook, which was a really cool reference to Rocking the Casbah. Really cool song. We talked about that. It was The Clash. That was awesome.
Yeah.
So without giving away your cool brainiac strategies on Facebook ads, what is like one of the biggest pitfalls you're seeing right now that people are falling into most often?
Oh, there's a lot of them, I'm sorry to say, but I think the biggest one is there's this trend right now, and I think most people have really good intentions, but there's a trend right now to almost over exaggerate their results. And there's a lot of stuff out in the world right now that looks like people are saying, hey, I spent $10 in Facebook ads and I did $1 million launch. And I find that people are maybe don't have the greatest expectations or the right expectations of what Facebook ads can do for them like that. Like they're thinking they are super easy to do, and they're not hard once you know what to do, but it takes time to figure out what works for your audience, and it takes time to figure out what works. And, I think that there's a lot of hype out there around Facebook ads because they are so awesome, but a lot of people are falling for that hype and thinking, well, I just have to go and do this one ad and I will have a huge result. And it's not exactly the field of dreams. And so it's just a matter of having, realistic expectations and making sure that you have got the training you need so you aren't wasting money, because nobody likes to do that. And I think that would be the biggest thing, is just make sure that you know what you're doing and you do some research before you jump in. Don't just be going after the prize at the end of it. The person who says they did that and they had $1 million launch, there was a long line of things before that came to that place.
Absolutely. So what you said something there that was really, really interesting to me is that the spend $10, make $1 million, or, have a $100,000 launch.
Yeah.
The fallacy behind that is pretty incredible. And it's tragic that people are saying that, because that has an effect on your ability to help people.
Absolutely. And I don't think anybody has said, I spent $10, I had $1 million launch. That's an exaggeration again of what I'm seeing out there. But it takes an investment of money in Facebook ads in order to get a return of money from Facebook ads. And you have to have a realistic expectation of how much you can spend and what you're going to get in return, right? I hate seeing people who, think, well, all I got to do is this one thing and boom, it's set. Because it doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
it is marketing. It's part of what you're going to do. It's part of growing your business. It's an ongoing thing. It's not something you can do once and run away from. It's ongoing, and you've got to be willing to experiment and try new things.
I hear you. If there was one thing that you could share that people could adopt right now, even just from this little sneak peek into your session, what would that be that would help them with their Facebook ads and their Facebook page even?
It's kind of the same thing as what we were talking about a little bit. It's mindset. I know a lot of people, say to me, hey, I started a Facebook page, I did some posts, and I get no engagement, and nobody ever responds, and nobody ever sees it, and I haven't gotten anything from it, so we haven't really done anything with it for a while. Or they say, I set up a Facebook ad and nobody came in, I didn't have any sales from it, I didn't see any returns, so I haven't bothered. And that's a mindset, again, of I'm going to do it and it's going to have success, and then I'm not going to have to do it anymore. And when I realized that about 90% of what I do in marketing on my Facebook page, on my posts, in my ads, isn't going to work the way I think it was going to, then it freed me up to make a whole lot of more mistakes. So I have to do 10 posts to find one that really takes off like crazy. I have to do 10 ads to find one that hits that sweet spot and goes like crazy. I look at those 9 now that didn't work. I don't look at them as failures. I look at them as market research. I look back at them and go, what can I learn from what did not work so that I don't keep doing that? And that mindset shift for me just changed everything for me around my business and around my self-confidence in myself, what I felt, my value, what I could charge. I understood how it went a lot better, and I didn't personalize it. So shift that mindset to realize there's so much testing involved. It's all market research. Even a failure is good learning for you, and nothing's personal. Those are so important.
It's a hard lesson to learn.
It is. It cost me a bit of money to learn that.
I think it's probably cost everybody a little bit of money, even us included when you try these things out. So I'd love to hear a story where a client or even yourself implemented these strategies that you share in your session and was able to, turn things around, either go from 0 to hero with, their Facebook ads, getting conversions on their pages, stuff like that. That would be great to hear.
Sure. So, when you told me that this was going to be a question, and I immediately started thinking about those big, huge, grandiose examples that we see. And I thought to myself, I don't want to do that right away. I don't want to be one of those people who goes, well, I had a client who did this and that and had $1 million launch. I don't want to do that. Those stories exist. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes behind that. So I'm going to share this one that I heard yesterday from a woman who's in my Facebook group, and she followed the information that I teach in the template that I give away during our interview. And she posted yesterday that she had used the techniques that I taught, and she did it on a post, and she ran an ad to that post. From that, she had 2 new people come and join her group, and one of those people ended up purchasing $255 worth of products from her that didn't know her, had never purchased her, but the question that she started her ad with caught the woman's attention, made the woman go, yes, I love that. And so she ended up spending $5 on an ad, and she made $255 in return, because the way she formulated her post, the way she wrote her copy, the picture that she used, attracted the right person that just immediately said, I want that, and made a big purchase for her. We're not talking, we could put some zeros on the end there. The zeros always make it more exciting. That was so exciting for me. I was so happy for her when I saw that yesterday, that she posted that. That's awesome.
It's fantastic.
Proof that it works.
Yep.
Next time she can spend $10, and then, it scales, right?
Yeah, exactly. Duplication.
Yeah. And so, but she found the formula that she now knows works with her audience. She's going to work with that and play with that. It was so exciting. I was so happy. It made my day yesterday to see that.
That's fantastic. Well, that's great. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. We respect your time. We'll let you go. If you guys haven't already signed up and registered for the Marketing Mixtapes, you really need to do that so that you can catch Sherri Lee's session. You can go over to www.management.ca/mixed-tape to sign up for that now, so you can catch her full session, and everybody else's, all the other experts who are also talking about list building, sales, social media, and branding. So thank you so much, Sherri Lee. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys all soon. Bye.
Bye.